You were never meant to blend
You
in.
were built like this.
Built like this.
Built like this.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Built Like This podcast. I'm your host Maxine, on episode 364. Hello. Welcome back. Hope you have enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. You know what's so funny with these long holidays? I sometimes forget that not everyone works at a school and don't always experience the frequent days off that I experience, right? So when you have these federal holidays that everyone gets to experience the day off and the long holiday, or the long weekend, it's like, oh yeah, that's why the roads are so thick. That's why every time I go across, every time I drive by the grocery store here called HEB, I see this lounge, this day party going on, and it's popping. Like, it's so many people there. That's why. So yeah, so shout out to y'all for finally enjoying a day off. That's the perks of working in education, working at a high school in particular. So I know it's different for working at a college, but if you work at a high school, middle school, elementary school, this is nothing new. We get days off pretty frequently, and it's one of the perks of being an educator. But let's go ahead and get into these topics, y'all. Where do we begin? Let's start with Remy Pac. What's his name? Papoose. This dusty nigga right here. Yes. I guess I'm making it obvious what team I'm on. And I'm not quick to be on a woman's side. I am not quick to be on a woman's side. I'm not. But in this case, it's not necessarily that I'm on Remy's side, is that I'm not on Papoose's side. Does that make sense? It's not that I'm not on Remy's side, is that I'm definitely not on Papoose's side. But let's get into it. So they are going through a divorce that's pretty public and is pretty nasty. They have obviously been, I'm saying obvious because they have publicly been in romantic relationships with other people and have so much so made it their personality, I would say. Like, we see Papoose a lot with Clarissa Shields, who is conveniently, and I'm saying this to prove my point, but she is a convenient come up for him, another come up, and she is regarded as the best female fighter of now, or at least since the last one, whoever that was it Layla Ali? I don't know. I'm not really big on female boxing, but nonetheless, she is regarded as the best of the best at this point in time. And what I find to be interesting is he's here. Why is he here? Why is he here? I don't like him. I always thought he was dusty. I never really saw them as a symbol of Black love. I don't really regard these celebrities as symbols anymore. I can't lie and say that I never had, but I definitely don't. And I don't currently, and I definitely haven't in recent years. But anyway, he is in this public relationship with Clarissa Shields. And according to what Remy Ma is saying, he has yet to sign off on the divorce papers. She has done her part because, it takes two parties to sign off in order to make it official, according to what we're learning about this divorce. And he is dragging his feet. And you would think, if he's so moved on and he's happy in this new relationship and he wants nothing to do with Remy Ma, And he has been so upset with her being in this new relationship with another rapper guy who is apparently on her record label for underground street rap, whatever. Sign off. Sign off. And I think oftentimes with these married folks who undergo divorce, the reason why they take a long time to finally let it go is because they don't want to let it go. They don't want to let it go. They still want to embarrass you or make you want them more. So I'm going to still be around, but I'm going to have a girl so I could entice you to stay with me, entice you to come back. But let's get into their separate videos that they made and decided to share with all of us because we are in the group chat. But I want to start off with Remy. I want to start with Remy because Remy Ma decided to share a video with us because Clarissa Shields was on The Breakfast Club, and the conversation of Pop. I feel like I'm saying Pac, but I'm really not. I'm saying Pop, short for Papoose. But anyway, the conversation of her relationship with him came up, and she says that she loves him. They spend all the time together, and when they're not physically together, she's talking to him on the phone all the time. Now, look, I'm not opposed to women, men, whomever, dating while still being married but undergoing a divorce. Let me just add all that to it. There's such nuance to everything. And when people like to say, "Oh no, close your legs to married men, close your legs to married men," or he's still married. Okay, but they've been separated. What are we talking about? People, you don't wait. People don't wait oftentimes. Okay, people don't wait until the ink is dry, and even when the ink is dry and they do start to date again, it's gonna be a problem because dang, it's been a month. You already in a new relationship. Can I live my life? So I'm not mad at the fact that either party is deciding to live their life according to what they want to do. That's totally fine. My thing with what she said was, Clarissa Shields, I know I know exactly where he's at. We're always together, or if we're not physically together, we're always on the phone. You're not. That's a lie. You're not. That's just like impossible, actually. That's impossible. She doesn't know where he is all the time because obviously he has to get away. He has to raise the child that he had with Remy Ma. And my point is, like, he's not tied to you at the hip. So this idea of, oh, I know where he is, I don't have to wear out. No. Just like Clarissa Shields, again, I'm not faulting you for wanting to date this man. I think he's still dusty, but that's your choice. And you may find happiness with him. That's fine. But I think, though, the idea of, no, he's faithful to me, or there's no inkling, there's no possibility that he would be entertaining other women because I'm with him all the time. I talk to him all the time. If more women just accept the fact that you don't know what he could be doing when he's outside of your presence, if you just accept that as reality, then you'll be much better off. Like, you'll be much better off. You'll be more at peace. You'll just be at peace knowing that you don't have control over everything, and that's okay. But let's get into what Remy Ma is saying in this video. Oh, wait. Okay, before I even play the video, let me talk about this part. So Clarissa Shields, she mentioned in her interview that Pop is gonna have to, of course, handle what he needs to handle with what he has going on, and she's using coded language, but we obviously know what she is referring to. And she says he's going to have to handle like the elephant in the room. Now, when I say it out loud right now, I could see how Remy Ma could perceive that as a shot to her. But I took it as the figurative language that it is. Like, she's not taking a shot at Remy Ma looking like an elephant or being this disturbance. No, I think what she's saying is the elephant in the room is this ongoing divorce between he and Rem and this public display that's going on between them that needs to be handled. That's the elephant in the room. I don't think she's like taking shots at. I didn't take it like that, but anyway, that's what she said. And Remy Ma decided to quickly, swiftly, all of that, come forward and share her take on the situation. So let's get into what she says.
Because I know I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her. Because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like, I would cry. I feel bad. I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. Whoever get you, they'll see. They'll see. I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. Well, why she outed me? Well, why she outed me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think. I just don't understand why when every time somebody has something to promote, talk about that. Talk about whatever your endeavor is that you have coming up. It's so easy. It is so, the same publicist that y'all use to push stories out, that's the same publicist that before you walk into the room, you say, hey, anything about Ram, anything about this, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, if that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. All of our other kids, they're grown. They're the same age as your girl. You know, they're the same age. DJ was born in 95. She was born in 96. So I know how to deal with people of this age. You understand? I feel sorry for.
Okay, so there we have it. There we have it, y'all. She said a lot. She said a lot, and I would feel embarrassed. I would feel embarrassed because, first of all, just to my knowledge, I just found out now that Pop is now the manager of what? Of Clarissa Shields. He is now managing this champion's boxing career. For what? Wasn't he just a rapper? Wasn't he just a lyricist? He was just managing Remy Ma's career. Now he's conveniently managing you, and he's in this romantic relationship with you. I don't like it. I don't like it. He's coming across as a user. He's coming across as an abuser. And I don't want to do too much on her because of I don't want to shine too much light on, the age gap. I don't want to do that. But what I do want to say is she's young. She is young. And like Remy Ma says, Clarissa Shields has so much ahead of her. Like she has her whole life ahead of her. And it is unfortunate that she seems to be very locked in with this man who seems to be using her. Ooh, Lord, this is heavy. This is heavy. I don't like it for her. I don't like it for her. Apparently, Pop, from what I've heard, has some good D. I mean, you would have it if if you don't have a job, if you don't have anything going for yourself, if you're broke, the very least you could do is have some good D. So that I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But to learn from this video, if this is all true with what Remy is saying, he is not an active father to their shared child because they have separate children from previous relationships. And from what I just learned, those children are of the same age as Clarissa Shields. That is what I don't like. I'm all for people doing whatever they want, date whoever you want, as long as there's consent, of course. So I'm not really big on, the age gap. But it does rub me the wrong way when you have children who are of the same age as your new lover, as your new romantic partner. That is strange. And prior to this, remember weeks ago, well, more than weeks ago, months ago at this point, Remy and Clarissa Shields were going back and forth on social media, and Clarissa Shields decided to create this video inviting Remy Ma for a fight, to a fight. And obviously, Clarissa Shields is this all-time champ. You'll be stupid enough to go in a fight with her. But with Remy Ma, she has a mouth on her. She's been to jail before. And she's not afraid to use a weapon, allegedly. But that's what she was in prison for. So I don't know how fair of a fight it will be. I'm glad she did not accept it or entertain it beyond that point. I just feel like with Clarissa Shields, it's very unfortunate that she has allowed Papoose such dominance over her life. And this is the mess that he is bringing with him. I don't like that. I don't like that. I do find him to be a user, a manipulator, and it's very unfortunate. But let's get into what Papoose has to say about this. Let's get into what he has to say about this. So I'm going to go ahead. This video is going to be kind of long, so I'm going to break it up and I'll probably stop it and move on to another topic at a point. But let's get into it.
Everybody who know me, let's keep it 100. Everybody who know me, you know I don't do this. I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style. She came on here claiming that, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this, but the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her.
And again, he's referring to, so he just said the lame, when she started cheating with the lame. And he's referring to Remy Ma's current boyfriend or whoever he is to her. But this guy that she's been seeing, he is an underground rapper and he's signed to her street rap, battle rap label. I'm not a rap head, so please pardon me. but he is referring to him at this point. But then he's gonna get into, and I'm gonna pause again. He's gonna get into some allegations that we're gonna break it down. But he's gonna get some allegations, some more, that this is not the first time he has experienced Remy Ma cheating on him. But let's circle back. Let's circle back. Let's circle back, because a lot of the reason why Remy Ma and Papoose were regarded as this symbol of Black love is when Remy Ma was incarcerated for, was it 6 years, 4 to 6 years? He stood by her. He held her down. He visited her every day for the first year, to the point where she had to tell him, I'm good. Please stop visiting me. Now, there's something to that. So we'll talk about that as well. But he held her down. And we don't see that a lot in the media, at least, right? We don't hear about that in the streets, right? We always hear about the woman holding down the man when he's away in prison, while he's away in prison. So it was refreshing. It was, wow, he's a real man. He's a real man for holding her down. But when you think about it, this was before they got married. This was before they had any children together. So why are you still here? Let's talk about that. What was so special between y'all? What was the attachment between y'all that led you to still be with her, to hold her down for the duration of her sentence? When y'all didn't have any children together, y'all weren't married, she wasn't with child during the, you know what I mean? Like, there was no reason for you to stay with her unless it benefited you. And what has been a new topic that's come up is the real reason why he stayed with her was he was noticing the clout she was getting and how talented she is. So it will benefit him to stay with her and to be her manager. So he could, of course, reap the benefits of that. But also he could experience the benefits of her as a rapper, like the financial incentives of that, as a single man. So he was doing what he was doing. Like, I don't buy it that he was totally faithful, totally committed to her while she was away for 4 to 6 years. I don't buy it. But let's continue.
But cheating numerous times since she been home. With the lame, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lame later. You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual. She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly, I went to pick my daughter up from school. When I went to pick my daughter up from school, Diamond was picking my daughter up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest issues I had with her, because all my daughter know is mommy and daddy. She was raised with both parents. That's all she know from day one, since the womb. Our entire lives has been documented. What goes on with these celebrities is they like when y'all come on their page and y'all like their posts. They like when y'all spend y'all money on their concerts, on their music. They like when y'all make them rich. So y'all become fans and y'all follow the journey of these celebrities for years and years and years, right? As y'all follow the journey of these celebrities, you basically become a part of their life, because you've been following them for 10 years, 15 years sometimes. You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist. But soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated. Watch me visit her every day for a year straight. Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming. The return of the queen. Right? All the fans witnessed this. Witnessed her come home. Witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony. Followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We'll get back to that later. I went to pick my daughter up from school. There's a young lady who was picking my daughter up from school. And I notified her, hey, I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, and show things you do when you see your child. Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day, so after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked her up from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't seen my daughter, not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her, since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism and moved on, but the fact that while you was running out here,
Everybody is a narcissist. I'm sick of this.
Not only cheating with this lane, you allowed him to destroy your entire life. You use all your
Oh, looks like his mic is not working really well.
all of your money. I want y'all to know this.
Okay,
Because I know a lot of people, I don't want to come across as I'm upset. But you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm upset?
Why are you upset?
Because you mentioned my children.
All right,
You
when.
out with
Not a
the
deadbeat.
lane. You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lane while your daughter was crying for you. Tears. Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth.
Then write yourself a hit. Write yourself a hit. Papoose, write yourself a hit. What are we talking about? Nobody care. Now he wants to discredit her ability to write. Yada yada yada. Okay, fine. Let's say he did write her a few words, rap, bomb plaque on the sack with my neck. Your point?
Attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she was stooped that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it? Y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo,
Now she's talking about
no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to, and she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I got to see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before. The reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods? Not Hitman? My word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words. Him? Why would I deal with him? I said, Rem, I know you're dealing with the lame. I know it. First and foremost, how it first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me. They said, yo, Pat, this nigga out here telling niggas he fucking.
Here's the thing. Okay, she cheated. And I'm not here to excuse that because I know people want to like persecute a man, a husband for cheating, right? I'm not here to do that necessarily. I'm not here to do that. But my point is, sign the divorce papers then. That's it. Like, hello? Like, what are we still talking about? That part is what I just don't understand, but I'm not married, so maybe that's just a whole different understanding there, but just sign it off.
Your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots. I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sick and for health. Sickness and health, you know what I'm saying? Better for worse, death do us part.
I hate when people say that. I don't want to get a divorce. I stuck by my marriage because I really take my wedding vows seriously. It was before God and our parents and our family. Okay, but both of y'all are cheating though. Technically, both of y'all are still legally married to each other. Y'all still went before God, did it spiritually. You know what I mean? Y'all are still married and y'all still, and I'm speaking about Pop in this example here though. He just said he did not want to get a divorce. He wanted to stick it through. And yet he's in an extramarital relationship himself. But he's so big on vows. Doesn't the vow talk about being faithful to each other and one man, one woman together and all of that? Why is there a hard line for divorce, but it's not a hard line for the other parts of the vow? It's just so silly to me. Like, oh, you're such a man. Shut up. Sign the fucking papers.
So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I found out she's cheating with the lame. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy. But she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. So when she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story like we had some agreement, you such a liar. There was no agreement. When I found out you was with the lame, you denied it. You shitted on him. Basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same. But when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there.
And my thing is, if that's been her character, if that's been Remy Ma's character for however long, why did you fight to have a child with her? I just don't understand that. You know when you're on a date with someone and they're rude to the waitress or the waiter, that's a big turnoff. No, you have to be nice to everybody. Everybody. Don't just be nice to me. I need to see you and how you interact with other people and people who are in quote unquote lesser positions. So what made you think, oh, I want her to be the mother of my child? But she's a flaming bitch to everybody around her. What makes you think she won't be a bitch towards you, Pop? So that was poor planning on your behalf.
From the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom. So when she graduates high school, college, get her degrees, I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof of my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense. And I don't want to go away from the point. Okay, so we did the therapy. The therapist gave us that option. We both said we want to work it out. She said, this is the plan. I'm going to give y'all a plan to work it out. She said, Pat, because like I told y'all previously, once I seen that she was cheating, like she was moving real strange, I'm talking about leaving for hours at a time. Every time I questioned it, it was a lie, just strange behavior. So once I noticed that she was moving strange, I started to do my research. So the therapist said, because she told the therapist, mind you, she got all these lies to y'all about me. The only thing she told the therapist was, oh, he doesn't trust me. He's going to keep looking behind me and trying to, find out what I'm doing. But the only reason why I was looking behind her is because she was moving strange. So I agreed to, not show distrust or whatever. And the therapist told her, Remy, since you're saying that it's only business with this dude moving forward, but y'all have a last event coming up, after this event, you're going to cut all ties with this individual.
All right. Enough. I think there's another video, or maybe later on in this video. I don't feel like continuing, but I saw some other reactions, and he has said that allegedly, well, he didn't say allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, but he has accused Remy because he's seen her be in a lesbianic relationship with a woman whom she was previously incarcerated. Yeah. Now, does this surprise me? Again, no. And I'm saying again, because Papoose should have known from the very beginning, before they got married, before they had a kid, before she even went to jail. He should have known the type of woman he was going to be with. He should have known. He should have known the type of woman he has committed his life towards. And he should have not been surprised that Remy Ma is a cootie snatcher. He should not be surprised that Remy Ma likes to be cootie snatched by other cooties. Like, what are you talking about? Of course Remy Ma likes women. What? Of course.
This is what the therapist said. She said, Pap, because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little sucker shit. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. Feel me? I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't saying nothing. Son doing sucker shit on the gram. That's cool. I ain't paying that no mind. We go to therapy. The therapist come up with the plan. We put the plan together. The therapist said she has this event coming up at Sony Hall, which was the battle between him and Hitman. She said, you can go to the event, right? But don't knock him. Don't do nothing to this individual. She said, I said, I'm going to go to the event. I'm going to fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do nothing. After the event, she's supposed to leave the dude alone. Right? I go to the, hold on a second, man. Give me 1 second. I know what I'm going to do. 1 second. Every night. As we sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. Yeah, I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame. So after that, I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This what you doing in here? This is what we doing? She started lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lame. Okay. Move forward from that. Another battle comes up. The lame not on the card. He's not on the card. It's just another event. But mind you, like I told y'all previously, I'm there for my daughter. I'm there being the father. I'm not going to allow this situation to take me away from my child. So what I did was kept raising my daughter. Even though I know that she's a narcissist, very contradictive, very bipolar, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep raising my daughter. I'm not going to let this situation to remove me from under the roof of my child. I kept raising my daughter, take my daughter to school every single day, doing everything a father's supposed to do. In the process of me raising my daughter, another event is coming up later on down the line. The lame is not on the card. Okay. She has the event. I'm going to the event because I go to all the events. I'm going to the event, but I'm hoping the lame ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to.
All right. At the end of the day, Remy Ma stayed cheating. Okay. What happened before the cheating took place, though? That's what I want to know. What led to it? We always want to say, well, there's a reason why, what caused it. And when the man cheats, what happened before? I just feel like there's more to it. I don't think Pop is necessarily all the way wrong. I do want to validate his feelings. Of course, it must be heartbreaking to have experienced what he said he experienced. Absolutely. But I think ultimately you should have known who you married. She went to prison over attacking another woman. Okay. And did so with a weapon. She went to prison. So she's always had a nasty attitude. She always had this selfishness about her. Yet you still saw something in her that was worthy enough to be your wife. So did you or did you not create the mess that you're in? Did you or did you not open the door to the mess that you are in? I think so. Well, anyway, that's my take on it. I wish them the best. I hope he finally signs the papers, get the shit off, and move on. But ultimately, what I really feel sorry for, or who I really feel sorry for, is this woman right here, Clarissa Shields. I think she's under some warfare. I really do. I think she's under some warfare because she is allowing this man to take such dominance over her life. And I don't think it is warranted. It is not warranted. Never mind, I don't think. It's period. It's not warranted at all. There's no reason why he came from producing Remy Ma's career or managing her career to now managing Clarissa Shields' career. Do you have a history in boxing? And I'm seeing videos of Papoose, of him boxing and 1-2, 1-2. Are you gonna become a boxer? Like, what are we doing? And it's like now he wants to prove to us that he too has boxing skills. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care. Get out of here with all of this, Apollo. But okay, we're gonna go ahead and end it here, you guys. Let me know what you think about Papoose, Clarissa Shields, Remy Ma. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.